Here are the questions you need to be asking your veterinarian every time you take your dog to the vet. In this video, I'm going to cover how to prepare for a vet visit and what questions you need to ask to make sure that your dog's living the best life that it possibly can. Be sure to stay till the end because I'm going to share with you how Bella's recent vet visit went. Couldn't get her in my lap today, and here's Bella. Hey, Bella. Coming up. Hey everybody, welcome to the Boston Terrier Society YouTube channel. Be sure to hit like and subscribe if you're someone who wants to learn more about the breed, learn what it's like to be an owner, hear expert interviews, as well as connect with other Boston Terrier lovers just like yourself. I'm Donnie Gardner, the founder of BostonTerrierSociety.com, and here is Bella. Today we're talking about her most recent vet visit and basically questions that you need to be asking your vet every single time you go. Just because things change, even though you've been on a certain diet maybe for the last 5 years, there can be updates, and you want to make sure you're asking these questions just so you don't miss anything that could potentially harm your dog. There's 6 basic questions that I've come up with that you need to be asking. Number 1 is weight. Bella used to be overweight, now she isn't, but every single time you go to the vet, you need to ask, how is my dog's weight? Did you know there are nearly 56% of American dogs are obese or overweight? Yeah. It's a pretty crazy number, so more than a flip of a coin, chances are your dog's overweight. Bella, she was 23 pounds. She's actually doing great for a Boston Terrier. She's almost on the heavier side. You know, the weight range for a Boston Terrier could be anywhere from 10 to 25 pounds. There are heavier Bostons, but based on the breed standards, that's where it stands, the 10 to 25 pound mark. So make sure you're asking, is my Boston Terrier's weight okay? And if it's not, you need to ask your vet, what steps should I take to help reduce its weight? The next question that you need to be asking is what I'm feeding my dog okay? So for example, Bella here, she's been on a grain-free diet for the last, I keep saying 5 years, it might even be longer than that, but she's been on a grain-free diet for a long time. She eats blue buffalo salmon, but recently I've been getting a lot of comments on Facebook talking about a heart disease, and it's just something that I wasn't aware of. I went ahead and asked my vet, should I switch dog foods? And she told me, yes. So what is this issue and why do dogs need to not be on a grain-free diet? There was an FDA, Federal Drug Administration, had come out with a study, or they're actually conducting a study at this point because there is a possibility, there's not a linkage yet, but there's a possibility that there could be a linkage between heart disease and dogs who eat grain-free diets. So just to give you guys the full gist, it says, the FDA is investigating a potential dietary link between the canine dilated cardiomyopathy, or DCM, and dogs eating certain grain-free dog foods. The foods of concern are those containing legumes, such as peas or lentils, other legume seeds, or potatoes listed as the primary ingredients. You need to ask your personal vet this question. You can't watch a YouTube video, you can't go to the internet. You need to be asking your individual vet, what do you think I should do? Because some of the dog foods that, my vet had recommended in this recent vet visit was Hill Science Diets, Royal Canine, Purina Pro Plan, IAMS. So I'm going to be switching Bella over to those, one of those types of dog foods over the next several weeks and see how it goes. This is why it's important to ask if the particular dog food or dog treat that you're feeding your Boston Terrier or dog is okay, just because you don't know what kind of updates that could have happened and you're just not aware of it unless you're, reading certain dog publications every single day. The third question that you should be asking your vet, is my dog up to date on its shots? Really simple question. They should have those records, but every single year, your vet should be giving you, whenever it gives you an itemized receipt, every vet that I've gone to actually has an update on what kind of shots should be happening over the next year, maybe 2 years, even 3 years. So you want to keep these records in case you switch vets. Just put them in a file cabinet like I do right here. That way you're organized. So whenever you go to the vet, you still want to ask this question, are they up to date on shots? And you can also hand them the shot records. The fourth thing that you need to be asking your vet is, does my dog need a dental cleaning? It's crazy. I didn't know these statistics before, but basically 80% of dogs have some sort of dental disease by the age of 3. This is something that's serious and could help lengthen their lifespan if you actually do the proper dental cleaning, just like humans. I recently had Dr. Tarantino here on the YouTube channel, and she recommended for Boston Terriers that they need a dental cleaning, a professional dental cleaning, 1 to every 3 years. Bella here, she's never had a dental cleaning. We're in the process of getting that set up. I'm going to share with you how that went and everything here on this YouTube channel. So if you want to check that out, be sure to hit like and subscribe just so you can get the latest from Boston Terrier Society. I mean, the number one reason why Emily and I didn't get a dental cleaning previously is because it is expensive. We actually found this vet that we're using currently, they're only going to charge $350 for a cleaning, because our previous vet, it was $750 just for one cleaning. So if you had to do this every single year, it could get really expensive. If you're worried about cost, this is what Emily and I did. It's Pedisure. I went ahead and bought a plan. It's $99 a year for an entire year. It saves you 25% off anything related to your personal vet visit with almost no exclusions. We bought this insurance. It's more of a pet savings plan, but we bought this the day before we actually went to the vet, and it got applied immediately to our vet bill. You can see our vet bill here, and once Pedisure was applied, it took off 25% of everything. So our original vet bill for this one was going to be $158, and now it's $119. So it saves a lot of money, and we knew we were going to be using this vet for the dental cleaning. It's going to save us even more than that $99. Basically, at a 25% rate, if you go to the vet and you're going to spend more than $400 that year, this plan is going to save you money. Now that Bella's older and she should be going to the vet once every 6 months, basically, we're going to keep this Pedisure plan. I am an affiliate with this Pedisure plan. If you use my link in the show notes below, I do receive a commission for that. So just know that, just full disclosure. But I think it's a great product because it literally saves you money if you're going to the vet and you're going to be spending more than $400. I highly recommend it. And you get discounts if you have more than one pet. So if you have more than one pet, it could even be more beneficial. Check it out in the show notes below. Don't let cost be a hindrance as far as getting those dental cleanings, things of that nature. Don't follow me because, it took us 10 years before we got a dental cleaning. I just didn't know how important they were. That's what you should be asking your vet. Do they need a dental cleaning? The fifth thing you should be talking to your vet about is training. Your vet is probably going to know a number of trainers in your particular area, and that's great. So if you want to get some sort of hands-on training, no matter if it's behavioral concerns like barking, whining, chewing, things of that nature, talk to your vet about that. They're going to help point you in the right direction. Sixth thing that you should be asking your vet are specific questions to your dog. No question is stupid. Remember, the vets are here to help you, right? They're there as a professional and your guide to making sure that your dog lives the fullest life that it can. You need to be asking your vet just common questions related to your Boston Terrier specifically. Emily and I, we created this little list here. Zoom in on that. So questions, soft food. Should Bella be eating soft food now that she's older? Getting teeth pulled. She had the little spot on her nose that we wanted to check out. You need to be writing these down, and you can be doing this throughout the whole year. And once again, you can put them in that file cabinet. So once you have it, or you can have a phone, put the question there, and that label it just veterinary questions. And you need to be asking your vet this whenever you see them. Because otherwise, if you think you're going to remember it, you're probably going to forget. That's why I like to make little lists. Some of the key ones that we asked for Bella, Boston Terriers specifically, have that slippage of the knee that could be a problem in their joints. So we asked our vet about that, as well as cataracts. That's something that can happen later in a Boston Terrier's life. We like to have our vet specifically check that out. And the last thing that you want to make sure you go over in detail, this isn't a question, this is just something you want to go over in detail when you speak to your vet, are any abnormal findings or anything that they recommend. You need to be asking further questions as to why. For example, we talked about Bella's arthritis issues, and she recommended a certain joint supplement. I just had her give me more information about it. She asked if I wanted to buy it right then and there. Once again, I like to save money, and I'm sure you do too. We asked, can you print out exactly what it is and, why this is particularly the best joint supplement that you recommend? And she printed it out so we can go ahead and go shopping online to see if we can find it cheaper elsewhere. You want to make sure you're asking a bunch of follow-up questions. Once again, they're there to help you, and you want clarification on everything because you want to get the most out of this vet appointment. Basically, as far as a recap with Bella's last vet appointment, we're going to be putting her on a joint supplement as well as transitioning her diet from one of those grain-free diets. If you want to keep learning about Boston Terriers, be sure to subscribe to this YouTube channel just so you can get the latest from us. Question of the day: what do you think is the most important question you should be asking your vet? Put it in the show notes below. That way, so people who come here and watch this YouTube video, they can actually go to the show notes and see what you guys are posting as far as some really important questions to ask. And hopefully that'll spark an idea in their head to ask their vet. If you want to get the latest videos from Boston Terrier Society, you can check those out here or some other videos from us here. Otherwise, until next time, life is better with a Boston.